I got you. All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakodash. I want to give double honor to the apostle, bishop, and elders, great those who want to talk to teach the truth. Much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. All right, beginning with 144,000, all the way down to the large multitude that believes in the Lord within the last days. I'm going to say Shalom. All right, great those on Dallas back out here today. Today's October the 3rd, 2025. All right, the hopeful year of our deliverance and the fall of Esau, Edom. And man, hey, Yahweh Shai is making true on the promise that he said he's going to do that. Okay? Be in the time right now where things are starting to get even more tight, man. Okay, Esau, Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, is truly showing you who he is. And it's really the spirit of the Lord that's turning them up right now, man. And the Lord is going to nothing more than just increase the spirit of hatred in you, James, man. Okay? That's why it will behoove you in these last days to pay attention, man, and to repent to Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh. His name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh. Bahashem in the name of Yahweh Shai, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai and the holy angels, the holy host back to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, even if you look like the heathen, if your spirit resides in His word, man, and you truly believe, man, you're Israelite, man. Okay, he's gonna send his only begotten son to deliver the elect and to also bring judgment, man. Okay, but before Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai, things are going to be happening in the planet Earth, specifically here in Babylon the Great, aka America, that's going to cause great fear, man. And we're living in them times. Okay, speak sort of with this. Ezekiel 12:22. Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have heard? That it's like, what is the son of man? What is the proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged in every vision developed? Right, the days are prolonged in every vision developed, man. All right, because the scripture says, I think it's in 2 Peter, where it says that in the last days there shall be mockers in the last days. You know, when it talks about mocking the coming of the Lord, you know. So you've had Jake, and when I say Jake, I'm talking about you Israelites, man. Okay, because Esau's in the spirit doing what he's supposed to do. When it's all said and done, he's the wicked, but the Lord created the wicked for the day of evil. He's also the sword. So Esau, and he in the spirit right now, the Lord got him, you know. But you Jakes, man, have not taken heed to the prophecies, man. You have not taken heed to the words of Yahweh Shai. It's going to come from lowly men that you'll see here behind the camera. You're not going to hear no voice come out from the heavens telling you to get right. You're going to hear it through his prophets, man. Okay, but what is Jake? Jake mocks. They scoff. They play games. They all on TikTok talking shit, you know. But here it is now. The judgment's coming. Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged in every vision? Tell them therefore, thus said Yahweh power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. The days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. All right, when you get that word effect in the Hebrew, that word is the art, which means the word. See, the deed. Okay, so the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai are coming to pass, man. And we're seeing this shit happen, man. See? And hey, when these things come to pass in the perfection, that's why the scripture says, then shall it be known who are my chosen. Okay? Because hey, we're gonna be in the midst of it too. So, you know, when these things begin to happen and Jake really start losing their jobs and the persecution really takes delivered out of the destruction before time. No, nigga, you're gonna be right here. You know, the minute of the Lord gonna be right here. Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, the latter few verses, it tells you that hey, the Lord is gonna be certain men are gonna be insurrection. It's gonna be an insurrection of the minute of the Lord, man. You know, so it's faith is gonna have to be applied heavily in that time. Romans 14 and 22, going into the first city. Hast thou faith? Have it to thyself before God. Happy is he that believeth not himself in things which he allowed. So you got to have some conviction in what you're preaching. But, it says, you got to have some conviction for yourself. Man. You got to believe this thing. You have to believe this thing for yourself. I can't believe it based upon this brother's faith, this this other faith. You have to believe it for yourself. Man. Has our faith to ourselves. And the scripture says, I think later down in that chapter, it tells you that he that doubted stand while he hears, man. I believe it's in that same chapter. So even if you can't doubt this thing, man. You got to truly come into this thing wholeheartedly. And the Lord knows. Your faith grows. So it's not like you're gonna come in and your faith is gonna be on a million. What grows your faith is particular experiences that you go through. God, I give you understanding. Yep. If we don't make sense.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall
Can you start at the verse 5?
This is Wisdom of Solomon. I want to ask Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 5. It says, having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh Shem Yahushua proved them and found them worthy for himself.
He proved them and found them worthy for himself. You're gonna be tried with fire. Scripture says that you have been chosen for the furnace of affliction. But when your faith has been proven, like it says in the book of James, that's when you're gonna receive that reward. When your faith has been tested and you complete the test. Because the main test is gonna be the hour of temptation, man. That's gonna come upon the whole world in the book of many states, man. When MOTB comes out, that's gonna really shake people's faith because your comforts are gonna be compromised. And particular comforts are already being compromised. When that MOTB is made mandatory, that's when people are gonna be like, hey, I you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I get mine. I gotta make sure I get mine. Right. By all means, any means necessary. I gotta eat. That's when people's flesh is gonna really take over, man. Because remember, Esau is gonna have it, whereas he's gonna strain people out of their necessities, man. Literally, all your basic necessities that you need to function, Esau gonna strip them. He's gonna say, okay, you want your necessities back? You have to take the shit. That's why this whole mandatory digital ID situation is going on in the UK. It's happening in the UK. It's coming here. Right? It's coming here because the UK is part of the beast system. Those 86 million bank accounts over there in Vietnam. The Vietnam, they got frozen. 86 million accounts frozen because these people did not adhere to the biometric system that they got set up. So if you didn't want to get your biometric set up, your fingerprint, things of that nature, what they do, they froze your bank account. You can't get access to money. That's a prelude of what's to come,
With Solomon 3 in the middle of verse 5, it says, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace has he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
As gold in the furnace, he tried them and received them as a burnt offering, man. See, and the offering that we're putting up right now is a sacrifice, man. This is what you see before you with the sacrifice before Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Preaching the correct doctrine is a sacrifice for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, let us offer the calves of our lips to the praise of his name, man. So this is a sacrifice. Giving up the affairs of this life and whatever you had going on in the world, you gave that all away. You cast that, you put that off as dumb. But when you come into this thing, the Lord's gonna try you, gonna test you. And the testing just don't happen one time. You're gonna constantly be tested. There's levels to being tested in this thing, and the more you level up, the harder the tests are going to become. Whether it be a physical test, a lot of it's mental tests that you deal with. You know, a lot of it is up here in your mind. You know, but it's going to get to the point where it's like, hey, things that are close to you, it's going to be given up. And it's going to be a test from your how about you now to see how you respond. A lot of the test is how you respond. That's how it is. It happens in the mind. Your spirit got to kick in, and you got to respond a particular way, which is easier said than done. You know.
2 Ezra 16 in verse 71 says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. But they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." Well, you have made that point about shit is about to get taken away from us, man. See, we did it. So it's getting ready to happen to where the Lord is putting us in a predicament that we're gonna have to lean upon. Once this shit happens, man, we ain't gonna have nothing but our relationship with our body. That gotta be that's gonna be enough for the elect, man. For a lot of our people going back into the wilderness, how the Lord brought people out of Egypt, and then they do in the wilderness, man. You see what happened? That was an example, man. That's why Paul said that when the 1 Corinthians 10, he reminded you, look, man, look, remember that our fathers, you know what I'm saying, the Lord brought them out of Egypt, they went through the wilderness, they ate from the same spiritual food, they drank the same spiritual water outside. And then they said that the Lord still with them. They was in the league, man. They tempted the Lord, man. See? So you gotta remember that, bro. You gotta keep that in mind, man. The Lord is gonna try, he's about to try us, bro. See to see what we about. And that's ultimately, you know what I'm saying? A trying time, bro. It's an hour temptation. Right. You know, the Lord said if you keep his word, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna keep you from the hour temptation, man. Meaning to give you the strength, man. I mean, you ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, being up, you ain't gotta go. No, the Lord is gonna give you the spirit to endure, all right, whatever happens to you during that time, man. You know? That's the Holy Spirit, that's the comfort. You know, that word comforter in the Greek, it says it's the spirit that comes from Yahweh Shai, placed upon the believer to undergo any kind of trial or tribulation that comes upon you. You know? So it's not going to be you, it's not going to be your physical strength for you to get through it. It has to be a divine presence that has to be on you to endure it, man. Yahweh Shai has to be with you, man. That's why it says Yahweh Shai has to be with you. Yep. Yahweh Shai, he's the chief cornerstone, man. That's why, you know, a lot of these other camps, their foundation isn't rooted in Yahweh Shai. You know, it's rooted in light, it's rooted in how much people they can have in their congregation. It's rooted on carnal things, really. That's why when Esau really come down, man, they're gonna fold, man. Like you have a lot of Israelites and friends on that's gonna fold, man. Like real talk. You're gonna have a lot of us gonna get the chip. You know, you're gonna have a lot of them when the hell comes, they just gonna denounce what they believe. They just gonna go, they just gonna denounce it. How about you now willing that doesn't happen to any of us? You know? It's not gonna be popular to be Hebrew Israelite. And these Christians are not gonna stop. You know? They need these Christians. You gotta think they have a bloody history, right? So they gonna result back to that history. Jacob's gonna be a lot of Jacob Christian nationalists are going to be tools for these Edomites. Come up against us. Guys like God likes. I mean, this guy was Captain Kirk, man. Right. Ever since then, he's been going harder than pregnancy. It's like it's only going to increase. As things get worse out here, right? Right that we speak, they're gonna say, okay, this is a reason why there's so much turmoil out here, or decision out here. Okay, so, you know, we have to all individually know what we got ourselves into. You know, past this tension, this is coming. You know, the Lord is showing us. He's showing us right now, man. You know, Jake getting hemmed up with ICE. Yeah, like ICE reading. ICE was in Chicago in a housing unit that pretty much ICE came in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Like a thief in the night type shit. You know, they came in the middle of the night, had helicopters, they had riot trucks,
had smoke grenades, flashbangs. They came in like military fatigues and all that, man. I'm talking about they came in ready to. It looked like they was raiding, man. So they came in the middle of the night, kicked those down, flashbang. You know, it was flashbang in the house, smoke grenades in the house, hemming off little. I'm talking about raiding on little children, women. In the middle of the night, they had no time to put no clothes on, nothing. They was dragging them out their house. Get on the ground. Boom, boom, get on the ground. Grab them, throw them outside. You know, I'm talking about little kids zip tied up together. And what did the ICE say? These are human beings. Said, man, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. And you know who and it was ICE agents, but you know who they was after in that video? It wasn't you so-called Latinos and Native Americans. It was you niggas. It was nothing but the Southern Kingdom that was after that. So all you niggas I was on TikTok talking shit. Oh man, yeah, Trump gonna send the military. Man, we gonna show them why it's called Chirac. Man, you whole ass nigga show them then. Show them. Yeah, do what you said you were gonna do. Show them why it's called the rack. Bring your switches out. You know? Bring out your gats. You know? Where you niggas at? Man, hey, that's why the Lord, hey, this stuff, man. No, I got this put up for you. If y'all want to grab some reset. I know Mark can still read it on his real quick. I didn't, you know, you still read it on yours. Yeah, go ahead. I want you to say something bad. I know you make your point.
This is back in William Psalms 3 and verse 7. It says, in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Right? It says, and they shall judge the nations that have dominion over the people, and the Lord shall reign forever. This is talking about when Esau is cast down his rulership. And then, like you said, we're going to reign forever, as it says in Isaiah 9. All right, we have a shot being the head, all right, sitting on the throne of King David, and on down. All right. It says, verse 10, it says, they, all right, and this is what you have to do, and this is what who's going to be delivered. It says, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints. And he has care for his elect. Like you say, that truth. All right, and you can lose that to Isaiah 33. All right. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time, strength of thy salvation. All right, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right, those are the men of the Lord, the prophets. All right, men of the Lord, even the women, the ones that have faith. All right, they look for what? A new heaven, a new earth. All right, so we don't have to see the things in front of our eyes. We know the things that are coming. So we're going to walk a certain way. We're going to go through this certain path. We know persecution is coming. As we just mentioned, going to Chicago. You think it's going to stop there? No. He's letting you know it's going to go in city to city. It's going to go all through the U.S. Like, who are they looking to persecute? Who to bring you down? They're looking to bring down you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. He already showed you this.
And these everyday Edomites too.
That's right.
I'm gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? Trump is about to wage war on everybody, man. He don't give a goddamn who you are.
Right. Right.
He said, look, we ain't worried about the enemy that's out. We worried about the enemy within. Right. You know what I'm saying? So all the average everyday Americans walking up and down these streets, man, here it is. You MAGAs, you guys that voted for Donald J. Trump, right? Make America great again. Woo! Yeah. And they still believe that somehow, some way, it's just gonna be, man, he about to throw your ass into a concentration camp. That's what's coming.
That's why, they think, oh, man, like in Texas, you can have your guns and different things. They want you to get your guns, so when they try to come down on you, they can justify it. This is the reason why it got to come down on you. When you go and look at the time for Germany, when Hit Dog, I won't say his name just in case, when they, what the first thing they did is basically he talked to them about giving up their guns. They went and put the guns on the porch and different things, and they came and picked them up. Then they came over to people. But this time they want to set it up where they want to say, well, this is why we got to come and bring the military out, because all these guns are in the street and these people just, it's becoming lawless. And that's what he's setting up for. They setting up for an insurrection. They're setting up for the Egyptian against the Egyptian.
Civil war. Mm-hmm. That's what's coming, the civil war, man. He said that Donald J. Trump said that these cities are going to be as training grounds for the military. Yeah. That's what he said. He said we're going to make the cities training grounds for the military. And it said, and they also said that their retaliation purposes are not going to be as they're not going to be like it. Right. They said they spit on you, hit them. So it ain't gonna be no more, riot shield and everybody calm down. No, they finna beat your ass. Right. They finna shove their foot up your ass this time. Man, that's we at them times, man. Right. You know. And yeah,
I got. It's Wisdom of Solomon 3:10. It says, "But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imagination, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord."
Those have rejected the Lord, man. Proverbs 1:20 on down is here. We're about to see it live in real time, man.
Right.
See? And when we do these videos, we see these little kids getting hemmed up and women out there, oh my God, my babies. They out there and they bra and panties, because right now Chicago is October, so it's getting chilly outside. It ain't like it is in Texas. And it get cold out there, man. So just imagine it was in the dead set of winter they did.
I wish I said that, but it might be kind of. You know what I'm saying?
This winter look like it's gonna be cool. Yeah. They already talking about on the the almanac. They already saying like they already expecting some crazy winter, man. Like crazy weather this year. But it's like you think about it, you like, man, these kids get dragged to their house. What are they even do anything? You don't know what they did in the past life to get that treatment. It's judgment from Yahweh Bashar Shai, man.
Like you say, the brother Uganda that comes out and listen, he can sit down and have speak to Mike Cobb. Just ran over this Jake Boy was playing on his dirt bike in Florida. I think like Sarasota. He's going 6 miles per hour. Found another boy, ran his head, ran before he hit him. The dude splattered out on the street. Right. He did surgery, had to go to surgery, stuff in the coma.
That's why Elliot Paul over in Arkansas, he always say, can't be comfortable now when you like gonna go to sleep, you be in your drawers. Hey, keep some PJs on, like shorts and something. But like I said, you just never know what's gonna happen. Like I said, we just saw that in Chicago, but like I said, they kicking indoors. Just be prepared, Just this ain't the time for comfortability. And he saw like he bringing out. He saw something about the so-called white man. They're bringing out, like you said, the military, because there's gonna be a point where police are there to protect the certain. You can have something that ain't gonna be able to. They ain't gonna be hip to that. Like, no, I just can't do it. Military ain't there to protect the serve. Military is there to do what? Carry out order.
Police ready to get on you niggas there. Yeah. They tired of pulling you niggas over and you being a piece of asshole, man. Not giving them your fucking right. Like, just give them your goddamn shit, man. These police, like the brother said, man, it's gonna come to a point. So what they ain't gonna want to get down with it, and that point is gonna be when they have to go get Edomites, other Edomites. Hey, hold on. Well, I was down with the kicking niggas ass. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to our people, then that's why the military runs our people.
I'm just gonna say, and the scriptures say, agree with thine adversary quickly. You know what I'm saying, bro? Jake got demons on them, bro. It's like, dude, why you gotta do that? Just hand the man your paperwork. Let him get and go about your business, bro. But Jake want to come with all the madness. Why are you putting me over? And all that aggressive crap. You know what I'm saying? And these devils already have a perpetual hatred against you, which the average of our people don't realize that. They don't even know they got enemies. But yeah, agree with your adversaries quickly, man, and go about your day, man. You got it.
So, well, you're saying, that's really why these national laws are being brought out. How medical, how radicalized the rankings has become. A lot of people don't realize that there are certain list groups that's just waiting for a main to be in order for them to come out and start getting busy. Right?
You see them starting up. you see them stirring up. They're inciting a reaction. You know what I'm saying? They're inciting all these so-called terrorist attacks and these shootings that are happening and this person getting shot. The whole Captain Kirk situation, that was all really just a red herring. Just a pass more draconian laws, man. That's all that was. Passing laws and your so-called free speech that ain't no more, they ain't free no more. Right. They wanted you heard the left when Joe Biden was in office saying that he wanted to take the guns. You know, then Donald J. Trump, we're gonna allow speech. You know, all saying all this bullshit to get these baggers. You know, yeah, make America great again. Woo, yeah, fuck the left. You know,
Yeah, respond to the left. That galvanized even more infuriated. And now they're starting to implement a price war. When he saw the so-called white man start talking about price, you better watch out because he about to do something dangerous.
yeah, man, bro, he about to go, man. Like that dude that was talking to air, C. Kirk's funeral or memorial, whatever Stephen Williams, I think his name was, bro. That nigga was all he needed was a KKK outfit on. He clearly was telling you indirectly, we about to wage war on you niggas.
Yeah.
The left, we about, yeah. Fuck around and find out. Pete Hegseth, he wouldn't even said it. Fuck around and find out if you want to. You know?
They just sometimes they talking about like why they bring that on us? It had nothing to do with that. So,
Edomite on Edomite. When they say white on white, it don't matter. Something happened, they looking towards their enemy. Y'all don't know who y'all enemies are.
Well, that's Esau lumping you all into this whole Democrat, left, wokeism, and all that. That's all. When you hear left, Jake. When you hear left, niggas and Latinos and Native Americans, that's lit. They'll have these little so-called Edomite leftists, but they looking at niggas. That's what they looking at.
This is the word ethnically. It's a sculpture or model of a person. Made model of a particular person made in order to be damaged or destroyed as a protest or expression of anger. This is what Esau Edom has basically made you southern tribe. He made you the model of the left, right? He made you
The representative of leftist ideology. So you can take the plug, right?
Revelation 12:10, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointing. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Right. Look at that word accuser. It sounds very similar to a category, right? Basically, this is what Esau Edom has done. Esau Edom put us in certain categories, to rationalize his hatred. He does it. This is something that the elder Yahweh is going to. He does it by pseudoscience. He does it by even his religion, right? He deems the tribes, so-called Israelites, Native Americans, as heathens that need to be sanctified by Jesus. And how they can be sanctified by servitude and death and captivity, right? Right? And Esau Edom has always had this name. Don't get it twisted of these new mantras that he used in order to express his anger. This thing that he has is ancient. Now the whole thing is black fatigue. What have you not exemplified so-called black fatigue? Right? What decade where you could just, you know what, you niggas are all right. There's never been a decade since we've been over here. You've always had a perpetual hatred towards us. You see, they use these mantras and they use these box stats in order to rationalize their wickedness. Okay, pseudoscience. Another word for pseudoscience is scientific racism.
Darwin and all these niggas, you know,
Right.
you know, making all these theories and making oh yeah, your ancestors go back.
Right.
Now you got niggas like Charles the White. Man, our ancestors go back to shit. You know,
Right.
he's literally telling you your ancestors go back. He's calling you a fucking monkey. That's what he's calling you.
He's a puppet.
He's controlled opposition.
He's controlled opposition. The dude was raised in the system. They got out and became a political leader. Fast forward, he's outlandish, intelligent. He's playing a caricature. He's actually very intelligent. He's playing a caricature. And he's making a huge amount of money of playing dumb. And he already told you that he's going to join the Illuminati. You don't think that on a small level, because he has sponsors, things of that nature, to say certain things, right? But this is what he does. He set up all of these various representatives of the community, to get Jake to act and think a certain way. So just so that he can demonize.
He's done that, and he's used control opposition. That's how Esau gets down. He's used control opposition time and time again. Every so far, because right now you have a quote unquote woke movement. See what I'm saying? It's a movement now to be woke, quote unquote, right? And with these woke movements, you gotta have these individuals now represent the intelligence behind it. Right. Charleston White, Fresh and Fit, right? Candace Owens. Yeah. You know, all these particular individuals who are now woke when it comes to women, or woke when it comes to what's going on in oppression about so-called black people, and woke when it comes to what's happening really in Israel. Right. You know what I'm saying? All these individuals, man, a lot of these people that you see that have these big platforms, they're set up.
Yes. The CIA set up a lot of these podcasts. They're set up by the CIA to have certain topics.
That's why they can say particular words, and they don't get shut down.
Yeah, like you had the Hodgkins, they was going in on Israel, bro. Oh, you see that? It's about going. If we would have said it's a small, minute, things that they were saying, bro, they take it down, bro. They were going in. But it wasn't taken in. Why is that? Because they got the green light to do something.
They about to pay for my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we blacklisted over here. That's why certain brothers been posting screenshots. Whereas I know the brother Gabar out there in Rochester, he did a video. He did a Day of Atonement video that same day. It uploaded, and then it said on YouTube, it said it was uploaded 2 weeks ago. But he did it he literally did that same day. The elder Monaghan, he had posted a video, whereas he posted it, and then it had I think it had 300 some views. Then he went back a few hours later, it had 30. So we already know that our pages are being watched. Our pages were blacklisted. Because we are the ones that they're worried about. Like the scripture says, I'm gonna get this real quick. Isaiah 29 and 20. It says, verse 21, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing apart. So that offender for a word is really aimed at us. See, the scripture says they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. So when that offender of a word, that's why we can't say particular things. D to the N to the is all this childish bullshit, man. Then we gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta say the little cats, Captain Kirk. But these niggas, they can say his name outright and just say whatever the hell. Charles White can say whatever the hell he wants to say. And nothing happened to these guys. Why is that? Controlled opposition. They can say these things. We gotta use buzzwords.
I was gonna say that's how you know this is talking about the prophets. It says them that you get in the gate. That's called to the prophets, man. Prophets will be. How about you guys known for prophets to the gates, man? That's the chief place where everybody gonna take comfort. You know what I'm saying? particular judgment will take place at the gates. Everybody enter in at the gates. So that's what the truth will be. See, so these laws will get passed ultimately for the prophet. See, after this,
This is First Maccabees, chapter, chapter, chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should be his laws, so all the heathen agree according to the commandment of the king. Now, when you read right here in a few verses prior, all right, King Antiochus, he already ransacked the kingdom of Israel, man. He's already taken it over. All right, Israel is pretty much being scattered at a particular time. Okay, so like the reason the elder going into, okay, there was one to how Jacob has been swayed by Esau to make Jacob go off, man. Okay, and that's a big stumbling block amongst our people. That and what was going into it earlier before the cameras cut off about how our people worship these celebrities, man. All right, they look to these celebrities gods, man. Okay, and that's how Esau has put our people in the trick bag to make them continue to go on. Okay, as much as Esau hates the children of Israel, he knows that what Jacob are good slaves, quotation marks. He knows he can't really just get rid of them. Ultimately, it's the spirit of how Shawwa we still get that. Okay, the scripture says that poor man is looking at the spies. Even though that poor man is looking at the spies, he able to save us. You know, and we're concerned. So, like, when people see us, they look at us and we just niggas, ragtag niggas, with red sheets on. You know what I'm saying? That don't know any damn thing, that don't got jobs. We drove our cars down. You know what I'm saying? But but here it is. This is the wisdom that actually saved your life. This is life. Like this is protection. You know, we gonna need divine protection from our high for what Esau get ready to do. We ain't even really even seen his we ain't really truly even seen his sport. Like what we see with this, with the troops going into the houses, Esau got some technology that blow your damn mind off, man. Like I'm talking about, he got some shit that will make you be like, how the hell we gonna get out of this? You know what I'm saying? Like for you to be like, that's why the righteous scarcely be saved. Then shall we see faith on the earth? Like then shall who will have faith on the earth? That's all like it's gonna be that bad. Whereas you want people that's not gonna think there's gonna be a way out. People trying to off themselves. Esau got some goddamn gun or a bomb he dropped. None of the buildings will all flesh disintegrate. Or a laser coming out of satellite, a laser boom, sitting down your lap. A robot flying around. Hey, seeds that only takes children, right? Seeds children like that. Hey, you had made a point too about celebrities, bro. I put us in a status in this place. I got verse 43. Yeah, many also of the Israelites considered they were living and sacrifice unto idols in the profane of Sabbath.
Right. So that's our people that have particular position in this society. They got to do wicked shit. These are uses that as a tool. You so-called Americans, it's really an illusion. You see, something that is up in this position, all right, as an illusion. Why people think that they can do it, they can not do it too. Got your ass running on a goddamn pencil with a white coat and a fucking screen with a piece of cheese on it. You can run on goddamn like you gonna be able to get it. People never care to get it, man. It's a term called honorary whiteness, man. You know what I'm saying? Honorary whiteness. I'm putting it real quick, bro. This is Google. This is ChatGPT. Honorary whiteness is a term used, all right, in critical race studies. It describes situations where non-white individuals or groups are granted a kind of provisional or conditional acceptance into whiteness by the dominant white society. It doesn't mean they're literally become white, but rather they are treated as if they were closer to white in certain contexts, often for political, economic, or social reasons. It says, I'm sorry, real quick. You see the northern tribes there, right? Yeah. The northern tribes are there. Right. When they do applications and shit, like things of that nature, what do they don't put Latino, they put white. They feel like they're a step above you because they can speak Spanish. You know? You even have Jake. in the Caribbean that are actually trying to they very sensitive, right? You know, it's a little bit more, man. It says this usually happens when a non-white group is seen as more assimilated, respectable, or useful to the dominant racial order. Right, assimilate. Right. It says their inclusion helps maintain white dominance by dividing non-white communities against each other. They gain certain privileges that other non-white groups are denied, but those privileges are never fully secured. See, so your ass ain't never, you know what I'm saying? They can be taken away, bro. That's why these particular celebrities that have positions in the society, if they once they sign that contract, he's all on your ass. You can't say shit. If you want to say, if you say something against it, he's gonna stop that money. He take all your possessions, all this privilege that this so-called privilege that he gives you. You don't fully have it. He's just using you, man. Kanye, I'm gonna jump this last part. It says, in short, honorary whiteness is about power, not biology. It shows how racial categories are socially constructed and flexible, used to maintain how you said it hierarchy by granting partial privileges to some while keeping the system of white dominance intact.
Right, like case in point in Brazil, there's like 5 different categories of race. It's all based on skin tone. Y'all research on it's like that because you gotta understand. Still, you know, in the early 1900s, they began to, bring in immigrants. Europe come in to basically read out Jake, but then they begin to be a very mixed society. So, in order to keep order, they made these various races. Social and race is something that's arbitrary. That's what we're going to go into today. It's something that's made up, right? By Esau Edom, whole term black, white. That's all that pseudoscience. What we say so-called. Who's in Brazil, you say so-called. You have to say so-called this person, that person, this person, because there's like 5 categories of race, right? In order for you to move up in that status, you have to be accepted by the dominant race. You're supposed to be Esau Edom or so-called white.
When you know that he has control over the whole world, right? He got control over all facets of it. He got control over all facets of what people need to be pretty much true. You know, now he got you on, now he got you labeling yourself after a skin tone. That's power. That's real government. See? That's what the government means to control the mind. That's real. You got power over the thoughts of somebody else, but what you deem is right, wrong in your mindset, that's control. That's power. Right. So, hey, men of the Lord, beginning with Yahweh Shai, that's the power that we're gonna get. You know, whereas thought processes is gonna be the main focal point, how you think. And if you don't think a particular way, you're gonna get your ass smashed up. You're gonna get your ass smashed up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Word got power. That's why he wanted to call you black. What does that mean? That means that's avoiding light. Mm-hmm. Everything you avoid light. You can have all these different complexions of Jake, but you, like say, if you go about the Southern Kingdom, you're gonna be black regardless. You can be very light skinned, but they're gonna say you black. Because what? They don't want to have you. They want you to always feel like you're at the bottom.
Right. But yet this want to go get milk filters, right? And sit in the sun and tan and get dark. Right. Your melanin shit.
Right. Hey, that's what damn, what's his name? That was on Ricky Smiley. I mean, that was on Dave Chappelle, medium bald head. He would be on there sometimes. Oh, okay, you see with Paul Mooney. You know, he had a little stand up where he was saying he'll have these women and they'll be like have an Edomite, like they get the lip fillers and all these different things, and they'll be like, look at her lips so voluptuous. Things like that. But then when you see a Jake, a black woman with big lips, the nice look, they would say, look at that big lip bitch. Right. You know, all so it's a negative. It's a negative cognitive when you talk to when you see a black woman or a black person with these certain physical attributes, but when you see an Edomite with these physical attributes, it's a plus. You know, you see how how he confused and cause all this confusion on how you think, but yet they want to be like you. That's why they want to get fillers. They want to get their asses. Every time you go in there, you see an Edomite woman working on her ass. Why is that? Because they want to get their ass like you eat.
Right. You saw him. He
Right.
Right.
Someone that started. But hey, we're trying to find out. No, but he saw real ass. And he's a natural. He saw the natural culture. You know.
The vagabond, a fugitive. That's what a fugitive do. He go and he disguises himself as somebody so he won't know who he actually is. This nigga don't have a culture. Every culture he has or everything he does, he steals it. Yeah, I got you. I steal it. You know, this man is basically he's a cancer in the earth. That's why he don't want you to see it. But he's being revealed now. That's why you don't want to see who he really is. Because when you actually start seeing who he is, you can be like, well, this is the problem on the earth right here.
That's why Esau getting ready to play his war. Houston being found out. The only thing that he can do is try to do is find his way out. That's what he's trying to do. But he know he's about to get locked up. You a fugitive, you got a bounty on your head, and you know you about to go to jail for life. You know, or you about to face. You about to go out swinging, man. You about to try to do all that you can do. That's what you about to see Esau.
This is going to see it in. It says 37 people are arrested in American kids separated from parents after ice raid at Chicago apartments.
Man, kids separated from their parents. It's scary. Arrested and separated in the middle of the night, though. I'm talking about what people sleep. Once again, imagine the troop coming to your door, kick your door down, right? Kick your door open, throwing a flashbang in that hole, boom, throwing a smoke grenade, boom, running in your crib and just hauling you off.
Right. Got your 3-year-old zip tied up. Crying, or they crying on the bed. They got you head up. All you do is try to calm them down with your words. It's gonna be all right. You don't know what the fuck about the truth.
3-year-old, bro. You think that was carrying the little child in their arms,
I know.
Carefully? It was grabbing the children, probably dragging them. And they was doing the same thing about these, man. All the people talk, they ain't playing, man.
My daughter said children alike were pulled from their Chicago apartments crying and screaming. Then a large overnight raid that had lieutenants and neighbors shaking. I've been on military bases for a good portion of my life, said Daryl Mellon, who lives in the building next door. And the activity I saw, it was an invasion.
It was an invasion. An invasion, man. That's the time. That's the time that we come to, man, where Esau is getting ready to come down with great wrath. They ain't playing, man. They show us what did Donald Trump say? You think he's fucking around? We're gonna start in Chicago. It's gonna be the training grounds. That's exactly where they doing it. And once again, when you watch that video of the news clips, it wasn't Northern Tribe that was up there talking. It was nothing but Jake. And it was Jake women that was talking. The black women.
And all you females talking about, and all you Judites talking about, you so-called niggas talking about, yeah, we gonna sit this one out. No, ain't gonna sit shit out.
Right.
You ain't gonna sit a motherfucking thing out, man. Right? All you women with your pride, you talking about Captain Kirk dying, just fuck him. Right. But the fact that you're so bold about your opinion, we gonna see it that day. You're not gonna be able to sit this out because you think it's white or white crime. No, they're seeing you as the target. Females like Amanda Seal, she can get her ass X'd out. But now it's the time. It's a time where Esau he was about to make an example. Right.
Yeah, look at Esau. He basically set it up where he, like the piece of word when Trump about to get in office, you had the Northern Kingdom celebrating. What did he do? He came down on it. All right. Then after you come down on the Northern Kingdom, then you had the Southern Kingdom celebrating like the nigga in Houston was talking about bring the military down here. Trump, the old ass nigga in Houston, telling him to bring them here. You know, but what did he do? He said, what is that, Ciroc 10? So he pretended to help thee. Yeah, he's gonna undermine thee. He's looking to throw you in the damn ditch. You see that they're just having in Chicago. Now you want to let them come down to Houston. Your ass will be thrown on your stomach.
Yeah, they're in Memphis now.
See?
Hey,
All these,
Right. They don't care if you wearing. He don't care if you wearing a. They don't care if you wearing a mega hat. You niggas wearing a mega hat. He's still gonna throw you down. The mega hat could be on the ground too.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 6. It says, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities.
leopards shall watch over their cities. Right. Now we know according to prophecy that leopard is Esau, man. Revelation the 13th chapter.
Right.
Read that again.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 6.
Mind you, these are all vicious animals, by the way, too. Animals that will rip your ass up.
Right. Yeah. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Every one that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces.
Everyone that goes out then shall be torn in pieces, man. But once again, it's just going to get worse, especially when they lock these cities down. See, when they lock down the cities, when they lock down these cities, and you can't get in and you can't get out, hey, city, like the inner city is going to be the worst place to be. It's going to be a goddamn hotbed. It's going to be a hot zone in the city, man.
Access to water. They gonna start rationing out water. Women gonna get preyed on. Children.
A lot of people, you're gonna have a lot of people jumping out of these buildings. These high rises that people, these luxury living high rises that people live, and they gonna be up there just chilling. So you're gonna have a lot of busted windows and a lot of splattered bodies on the ground, man. Birds and animals come picking at them. Vultures, you know.
Vultures surviving around. Wait for their next meal. Hey, talk about that.
Talk about it in the scriptures, bro. The birds might have it's gonna be stinking. It's gonna be stinking out here. It's gonna be stench out here. It's gonna be bad, man. Seasons. You ain't gonna have the Dallas waste management picking up trash. You know what I'm saying? You think the sewer lines will be working good on it? No, it's gonna be horrible, man. It's gonna be bad. And we gonna be in the midst of it too.
About that real quick, that's going to bring about that pestilence in Matthew 24, because, like the brother said, you know, these splattered bodies. You know what happens when a body dies? It secretes the bowels, man. You know, it lets that stuff go, which is going to attract mosquitoes, flies, all kind of manner of different insects, and it's going to start breeding disease, man. And that's it, and that's going to spread. It's going to get crazy out here, bro. It's going to be an ugly scene.
Then to add to that, y'all forget. You have something called the CDC. They got all the diseases in that motherfucker. That shit go get out. You know? The Lord did that on purpose. He created that for himself. Everything, man. It's all the left-hand sign of the Lord that's doing this because he has control of the principalities and all the authorities on the planet. So really the Lord is bringing what is it, Jeremiah 37? Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. It's the Lord bringing that, man. You know, go ahead. You got it. Like, on my bad. I want to jump the gun. I got to talk. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You good.
That's why the Lord is breaking the peace there, man.
Man, bro.
Like, bro, the center of disease control.
Right.
Like, you know, they control it.
That's the key right there.
Cancer ISO. Right. He was already on that. It's already on it.
They both prophesy about it till it was coming. You know, they don't get set up. Then you know that they trying to prophesy on the left way inside.
The year before it came, they actually made a video on my whole page, bro. Actually, I signed the bill for it and everything. Cops they gonna take with it. And then next year, then 2020, that shit hit.
Yeah, it was in October. It was eventual.
Yeah.
Where they literally had a simulation of what they was going to do, and they literally played it out. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's from the power they eat.
Right. Real PG. All right, told you that another pestilence and stuff. Right.
Disease X. It's the X. Disease X. That just sounds like some crazy shit. That sounds like some shit to play. You ain't escape. Right?
Yeah, look at that. Going back in the end of Jeremiah 5 and verse 6, it says, everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn to pieces, because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased.
Because their transgressions are many and their backslidings are increased. They never was mindful of the sports, man. They didn't prepare. As a matter of fact, keep on that.
Verse 7, how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods.
Falling after these false idols. He said, how shall I pardon them for this, man? When you know that the Lord ain't gonna have no pity. If the Lord, it's gonna be so bad, whereas they gonna know it's the Most High. They're gonna be asking the Lord, and ask the Lord, please lighten up. I'm sorry. And the Lord ain't gonna be here. And He just gonna increase it. You got it.
He says, how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children are forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery.
It's like, so without taking care of you, man, you just pretty much spit in my face, man. Here it is, I'm your husband. I did it all, Ezekiel the 16th chapter goes, I did everything for you. Here it is, and you just step out. What's the punishment for adultery? Death. Get your ass stoned. No pit. They ain't over here throwing the rock over in their eyes over there. No, man, they're talking about they spit, tie your ass to a tree, put your hands on your back. They'll tie you, whereas you can't move. And all the people in the city stone you. Or they'll dig a hole and they'll stick their hand, your head sticking out the dirt. Whereas you can't move. And they'll stone your ass, man. Whereas, just imagine that your head is on your head up. And you can't move. They ain't throwing little rocks, they throwing stones. Everybody just throwing stones at you.
They should do that over there. Everybody, like touching Charlie Buffy, they stole your ass.
Or you tie around your ass, light your ass on fire.
Or like you see them stones, man, it's programmed to do. People just running up out of nowhere. One dude get overzealous, get a guy with a finger, slam him in his head, overkill.
You can't. It ain't like you over here screaming and you over here with your hands trying to fuck it. No, your hands are tied up. They'll tie your ass down to you can't protect yourself. You just get hit all angles until you come alive, until you keep breathing.
Right.
Hey, that's a bad way to go out. That's gonna stop feeling it.
Gotta stop niggas from doing the shit that they do.
I was thinking that right there.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Battle because seeing residents detained outside the building for hours. After seeing a Black Hawk helicopter flying over the 5-story buildings in the city's South Shore neighborhood and military-sized vehicles and agents filling the parking lot early Tuesday morning.
See that, bro? Black Hawk helicopter, bro. If you see a Black Hawk helicopter in your area, so that means some shit about to go down.
War helicopter. They use those in Desert Storm.
That's a Black Hawk, man. People jumping out of it. You know what I'm saying? You have military vehicles. Mind you, this is in the middle of the night. You in your apartment sleeping, you hear a noise. Big ass light being shine on your apartment complex. So just imagine how scary that could be, man. You hearing people, hearing glasses getting shattered, you hearing doors getting opened up, and you on the 5th floor. What you gonna do at that point? How you gonna stay? You gonna jump out the window? You gonna take the elevator downstairs? No.
About the way. Get out.
They do that in like 2017, Jay Hill, 2018. At night, they feel like helicopter flying between the buildings, but they never do. That was the practice.
Yeah,
Why do you think he was setting up? When he saw practice things like Jay Ham and all these different things, he's not just doing it just to say, okay, we practice, let's go home. It's going to be a point in time where he's looking to utilize.
It's millions of dollars that are spent on these trainings. You know, when they go out there and they're having not a training exercise. Yeah, actually, you think that shit free? Yeah, bro, hundreds of millions of dollars being used to do that. Like, what? Billions, multi-millions of dollars. Just go in there just for one apartment complex. Jade Helm, Rex 84, the King Alpha Plan, all these events that they got set up. That's now they get ready. Now we see what they getting ready to do. Right, it's happening. It's here.
That shit was planned out. That shit wasn't no just let's do it today. No, that shit was planned out a week ago. Them niggas cased that bitch. They got the blueprint there, right? Saying months. They got the blueprints of that bitch. They do all the things. So when they go in, they're gonna do that shit right, man. Right. They scripts talk about that score being inverted, man. You know what I'm saying? For that slaughter. That's what he's saying, man. It's Jeremiah 18. Jeremiah 18:22 says, "Let a cry be heard from their houses," son of verse 19. So Jeremiah 18:19, "Give heed to me, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me."
Hearken unto the voice of them that contend with me. So it's like so Jeremiah pleading like, Lord, Baba Kashah, hear what these niggas are saying behind closed doors about, right?
Verse 20, "Shall evil be recompensed for good? But they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, and to turn away thy wrath from them."
So here it is. We're preaching the gospel to you, man. It's telling you to repent, turn from your evil ways, man.
Right.
You know, hearken unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This is your heritage. But what does Jake do? Jake turns the back. They shrug the shoulder. They set up little snares and traps for you. They try to get you off. You know what I'm saying? Particular brothers getting shot at. In particular states. You know. So here it is. I'm telling you good through the Spirit of the Lord. But here it is. You set up snares for me. All right, bet. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 21, "Therefore deliver up their children to the famine, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword."
So Jeremiah prayed to the Lord, like, Lord, Baba Kashah, Yahweh B'Shem Shah, let their children slaughter. Let their ass get destroyed by the sword. Fuck them. That's what Jeremiah was saying. Pray not for these people for their own good, right? Go ahead.
"And let their wives be bereaved of their children."
Let their wives be bereaved of their children. You see, this is Jeremiah saying that, you got these Christians. Oh my God, why would you say that, Lord? Well, here it is, a prophet of the Lord praying. He's literally praying for their children, for children to die in famine. Let their wives be bereaved of their children. Let their children be ripped away from them. That's what's happening. That's literally what we see going on.
Got it. It says, "And let their wives be bereaved of their children, and be widowed."
And be widowed. If you're a widow, that means your husband gone. Out of there.
"And let their men be put to death."
There it is. Let their men be put to death. Once again, all you YNs, all you niggas with the switches, and come down to the rack if you want to. You understand that? So you understand how many games we got in Chicago? No, 250 games out there. All right, well, let's see what the niggas gonna do. Right. Niggas, let's see y'all talk that tough shit now. Where was you niggas at when the military surrounded that apartment complex? Where was y'all niggas at?
Yeah. It says, "Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle."
Let these YNs die. Let these YNs get killed. Right. A lot of these niggas is about to get their ass destroyed, man. Bad. I'll be in the streets, man. Shit. I got the switches. All right. My mom. Hey, on my mama. Well, your mama finna be out of there too. all you gonna be on.
Yeah, nigga, all you do is and niggas smoke all goddamn day. You going up against trained men that get paid to train to go out people, man. These niggas, yo ass nigga, by the time you run a block, niggas gonna be through, bro. Right. Then what you gonna fucking do, man?
Got these cats out here. Military, they got to hit them 3 miles at a certain time.
Yeah.
Push-ups, sit-ups. We ain't even talking about the gun.
Right.
You know, they trained how to shoot properly. They had the modern gun, most modern guns. But y'all got these throwback guns from Iraq.
Yeah, I'm reading this real quick. Hosea 4:5. Therefore shalt thou fall, therefore shalt thou fall in the day. And the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, talking about this false prophet, and I will destroy thy mother. The Lord was like, yeah, you niggas gonna die today, false prophet, and I'm gonna kill your mom.
It's crazy how Jake people always saying that. Oh my mom, oh my mom. Right. Oh, you about to kill your mom real soon. You look up your mama spread out on the goddamn ground. We 3 yards to left, then we gonna see whether or not your ass is that tough. Now we gonna wish you went on. Can you say it's on your mama?
It's gonna be dear mama now.
You own your mama what got you fucked up because she didn't teach you the laws of the scriptures. So you own your mama because she didn't teach you the Bible. You're gonna get judged for that.
Because your daddy ain't.
Own your fucking mama.
You know,
Yep.
and a lot of these YNs, the reason that's why they running the month to be all acting all wild because they get it from their mom.
Yep.
You know, on me. Then it's gonna be on my mom. It's gonna be on me. Then it really is gonna be on you.
Hey, because it's true. Because the Lord said He deprived her of wisdom. In the beginning of wisdom is what? Fear. So they don't fear Yahweh by Papa Shah. So therefore they don't know they have wisdom. So therefore you're gonna ask your mother, so is the child. Yep.
Last verse. Jeremiah 18:22. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them.
When thou shalt bring a let a cry be heard in it. So literally, man, people screaming, crying at this time, man. Women crying, babies crying, people just crying, men out there both crying. Yeah, men crying too. It says when a troop will suddenly come upon them, that's what happened. Literally, a troop suddenly came upon them. Women screamed up their children. It said that children were separated. They was getting thrown when you go into it. They was getting thrown in vans, trucks, middle of the night, just getting thrown and separated. Parted off, man. Who knows where they went? Who knows where they went, man?
Somewhere very unpleasant.
You think Esau took their ass over there to the Hilton Hotel? No, man, those people in Chicago they got thrown into a van and they got took over to a detention facility.
Spirit.
Jeremiah 18:22. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me, and here snares for my feet.
For they have digged a pit to take me and laid snares for my feet. So these brothers like, man, look, let these motherfuckers die, man. Ultimately, at the end of the day, they trying to get me.
Right.
So Baba Kasai, how about now? Remember my word and remember me doing your work and let these niggas die.
Because those troops, when they say Trump had a meeting with all the troops or some shit the other day, and then them troops is like, we're not finna go and kick in our own family door houses and all that. So those troops could be foreign troops because they gonna have no mercy on the people. They're gonna come in and snatch because they're not from over here. They don't like the Americans nowhere. It's not those foreign troops, those Gurkha troops, those UN troops could be deployed over here. There could be no regular American troop.
Jeremiah 18:23. Yet Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, thou knowest all their counsel against me.
So the Lord knows, man. Yahweh Bashmal Shai is hearing everything, man. He knows the wicked counsel that you guys are saying about us, man. All the particular snares and traps that setting up, man. All the BS that y'all talking about on TikTok. All these games that y'all playing, man. Yahweh Bashmal Shai, he sees it and he hears it. Every idle word that a man shall speak that will give a counter of in the day of judgment. You wouldn't even got to say anything out loud. You can say something in your mind. The Lord hears it. The Lord hears you.
Jeremiah 18 and 23, yet Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sins from thy sight.
This is that generation that the Lord sworn his wrath ain't gonna make it, man. When that generation saying, let his blood be upon me and let his blood be upon us and our children. When Yahweh Shah was being when he was getting crucified, that same generation is back. Their children is back. That's that generation that the Lord swear that they wasn't gonna make it, man. That unrighteous, unruly, wicked ass generation.
It says, but let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thine anger.
Deal thus with them in the time of their anger, in the time of thine anger. Let them be overthrown. That's why Elder Ariella did that recent video, man. You know, pretty much, man. Well, at the end of the day, man, you can't get them on. F these people, man. Right. Forget these people, man. They don't want to repent, man. Fuck them. Real talk, man. You know? But they eat them right fell down over there. Man, I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. You know, she was scarping in the
was in the mind. She stepped in the mind.
People will be like, oh, man, why y'all ain't gonna help me? No, ain't no problem, man. Let the dead bury the dead, man. You know?
I think these are the same people that look at us as subject. Right.
They look at you, man, for real, man.
Jake spent his whole life trying to be one of the dudes.
You know, in their minds, we're the N word. I don't know if we can say it. So, you know, she probably was thinking that as she was walking about these, you know, these ends, you know. Right. Right.
Right. Jake didn't say shit. Or Jake had it in that room. Remember that shit?
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yep.
That's when she fell out of love. She busted her ass. I'm like, man, she was talking shit.
She was down here for a minute.
She purchased. She's 62. That's a long way down when you're old, brother.
She, you know, busted her ass. And I knew it.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta call all you know about shit outside, man. We gotta have, if we get into a time where you gotta have the Holy Spirit, man.
Give up. You don't want to give up. Well, I just don't want to do this. I just want to see this anymore. I want to see some shit.
Right.
See some shit, bro. See some shit. Some people get fucked up like curses. These curses work, right? See some people get fucked up. That's right. Women and children, bro. That's why these streets running. You know what I'm saying? Some fucked up shit, bro.
Hey, we've been putting up curses from 07, 08 until now. Them curses started to come back around now. It's that boomerang effect on them curses. Because we put up, that vibration is out in the earth. Now it's coming back. Yeah, now it's coming back.
Second Ezra 9, verse 13, starting verse 11, says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them.
Which is right here. It's right now. The liberty is right now. See, liberty, think of the difference between freedom and liberty is the fact that liberty is something that's granted to you. See, like when you're given liberty, it's still permission given to you. You see what I'm saying? But Jake right now is using this grace period to just be more wicked, man. To be bigger niggas, you know, talk shit, you know.
And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not and despised it.
And look at this guy, Alator. You know, this guy got fired. Join shit. Yeah, going back, yeah, hey, you got God like Alex on. Refuses to be wrong, bro. That's just one person. There's many people like that in this world. And a lot of them came across the truth. Refuse to just be like, you know what? I'm tripping, bro. I'm tripping. Let me stop. Let me at least try to stop. Let me at least act like I'm gonna stop. No, he go full fledged in this wicked. So he loathed the law. Guess what? You don't know about that by faith.
That's what's coming, bro. Very painful experience. That's why Yahweh Shah said, he said, man, you gotta humble yourself like you gotta humble yourself like a child.
Right. It's like put you in situations where it really shows you how helpless you are. Like Zedekiah. Zedekiah refused to hear the counsel of Jeremiah, bro. Right? And he was trying to set up, trying to make patch Egypt. Instead of just saying, you know what, I'm just going to be a tributary and repent for my wrong, be serve these other guys. Instead, he was going harder and harder in his wickedness, trying to set up assassinations and stuff like that. So guess what the Most High had happened to him? His kids was killed in front of him. And then after they killed his kid, they plucked his eyes out and took his ass to captivity. Last thing he seen was his kid get tormented in front of his ass. Damn, whoa, bro, that's heavy. That's gonna be on a lot of people's dome, bro. You know what I'm saying? When they get their ass X'd out, bro, by that. Dang, I should have said damn shit. It's gonna be too late. Too late, bro. Damn, them brothers on the street, right? Man, I was out here trying to contend about Jesus. Everything they saying is going on. Damn, I should listen.
Right.
What's that name? That's right.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5.
No, you got it.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. All right, and I'm gonna get straight to it. Verse 3. It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometime in derision.
They right? They were right the whole time. Hey, because whether you believe what we're saying is true or not, what we're saying is happening, bro.
Right.
You Christians, you can come and you can debate us all you want to, right? You can make these highlight tapes, right? Of you cutting a Hebrew Israelite all you want to. But guess what? The people can't gonna get filled, bro. Right. Famine is around the corner, bro. Pestilence is around the corner, right? Decision among men is around the corner. You're not gonna stop the prophecy. And you got a lot of you Christians, you don't even know what you believe in as far as the last days. Some of you guys believe in the rapture, some of you guys don't. Some of you guys believe that Christians gonna rule for a millennium. So you're into politics. Then you got the ableists. You're all over the place. So when somebody asks you what you believe, you don't know, right? Okay, Malone did a sit down years ago about prophecy. He said, yeah, the Old Testament was authoritative. What happened in prophecy set stone, but in the New Testament, it kind of in prophecy can be lost interpretation based on the prophet. So really, it's really ambiguous. You don't know what's going to happen. Meaning, he don't know what the hell happened.
Awesome.
But you niggas ain't it. Basically. I don't know what's bad at, but y'all niggas ain't got it right. So he debates us and trying to come up against us with, guess what? Your life is going to be affected too, bro. Yep. Just like ours, just like everybody's out here. And then what? What you gonna stand on? And everybody's gonna have to stand on that truth in that day. You believe in Allah, you might stand on Allah. Believe in Jesus, you might believe in Jesus. Believe in Yahweh Shah, you might stand on Yahweh Shah. That's gonna be the foundation that's gonna last, bro. Because that foundation told you about what's about to happen, right? And a lot of people could have walked into that foundation, right, and build that house on that foundation, decide to build on some bullshit. And it's gonna be burnt up in that thing. And how it burns up and how it's destroyed, right? It's gonna be horrible again. It's gonna be very horrible. So we gotta get our minds right to even just see that, to even endure seeing the harshness that we've been talking about. With salt here compared to a lot of third world countries. Like we haven't seen a public execution. Right. Right. Building your human missiles. Right? You walk outside, your neighbor, a kid, head is over here, arm is over there, and y'all gotta piece this person together. And that man's gonna be all out anarchy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because hey, at least what they have over there is they have a unified culture. They sit around a lot, right? Over here, each individual is doing what that will. So when that shit happens, what you think these people gonna be doing? What do you think? How you think? Hey, right? You think everything's gonna pop up out there? Everything's gonna be don't avoid that thing.
Isaiah 8:21. And they shall pass through it. So verse 20. To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. And they shall pass through it, hardly be stead and hungry. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse their king and their God and look upward.
That's right. They're gonna curse their king, their God, and look upward. They're gonna be afraid. Right? I mean, I'm assuming that word fret means frustrated. Right, enraged. These people are gonna have madness. Madness gonna hit these people on a high level. When the cities are shut down, you don't have social media to jump on and make to get your fix. Right? You don't have sugar, readily available, coffee not available, nicotine not available, alcohol, shit. You know, I gotta work on that. You know, that's not gonna be readily available. Medication, food. Right? These people don't can't even spell fast. Fasting.
Right.
What you think gonna happen when all these amenities are taken away? People are gonna go crazy that day. On top of violence. So the judgment that's coming to this place, man, it's gonna be unprecedented.
Take trouble.
So yeah,
Take trouble, man. You know, take trouble is gonna be happening before Yahweh Shai comes back physically. It's gonna be. It said that you're gonna be delivered out of great tribulation. See, it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time that the world has never experienced. Right. You know, at least when the flood came, it just happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's gonna be a time where it's gonna be so bad, and then on top of that, Yahweh Shai gonna return and bring forth more judgment and deliverance at the same time.
Probably shit happened back then too. Yeah, the Lord did say it's gonna be after the days of Noah.
right.
See it shit taking place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord, man, they been seeing something from Lord's stories. Hey, Noah, of course, was the sign. His word is what he was preaching was the sign. It's been positive, man. Shit. You know?
Steve Payne back then, they were probably doing all types of shit.
They was. And if you knew one of the sons, you know. Nothing new.
No, he's back in Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 3. It says that they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometime in the wisdom in their proverb reproach. Verse 4. Verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor.
That's right. Hey, so they look at us as we're just scoundrels and we're just, filth of the world. You know what I'm saying? But lo and behold, guess what? Hey, we had the truth. Right? We made a spectacle in the world for a reason, man. The truth is It's not supposed to be given unto somebody who's highly esteemed in this world. It's given unto the lowly. Right? And who's the lowest of the lowest compared to so-called nigga like you? Right? We didn't go to these schools to attain doctorates and theology and all that stuff. We're regular men, unstudied, right? To the masses. Unlearned. But guess what? The Most High did. She gave us this word by our prophets, our apostles and doctors. With this word, we tell the truth. But most of our people, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the truth. Because they didn't want to listen. Guess what? The Most High got something more in store for them.
Verse 5, how is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints?
Right. Hey, so when all hell break loose, man, there's gonna be a level of determination we gonna have, man, compared to this world, brothers. Right? Reminiscent of 2020. But 2020 happened, the world was in distress. We wasn't in distress, brothers. We wasn't scared, bro. We wasn't scared, bro. We were determined. We move with diligence, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of, I gotta be there. I gotta make that. But at the same time, man, there was a level of calmness that we had, especially when you went out in the masses, you see the people in the look of fear they had in their eyes, man. You had people just going to the store and just grabbing stuff.
Remember all that toilet paper people getting? There was a toilet paper.
Yeah. Paper, pack of ramen noodles.
Yeah, the bull bites and jumped that ass. She trying to grab the paper towel. I mean the toilet paper. Boy, they used to beat her ass.
That's over, bro. That was just, bro. Just imagine when just imagine when you ain't got food though.
They put her ass in. She said, I took one roll. They say, no, get your ass out of the car. Get your ass. Y'all remember that?
I forgot about it. Bro,
Now imagine, like you said, imagine ain't no food. Right. Somebody just reaching somebody else's car. It's shot, man. Stab.
They be going in there, and it's wow, Black Friday.
Oh yeah,
You can do like that in the streets. Yeah, absolutely.
that's people fighting over a damn TV.
Right.
So that's people fighting over a TV.
Right.
Goddamn cameras and shit. Imagine somebody fighting over the last half a water bottle.
right.
Me and my family need this. A water bottle is half water. Me and my family need this. And they're gonna by any means necessary, they're gonna get that water bottle.
Right. Yeah. On top of the fact that I already have certain political views ingrained in me. Right. Oh, this is Karen. Oh, this is a leftist. Oh, I'm black fatigue. MAGA. Oh, this. I understand. It's shit for to come to a head, bro.
Yeah.
Man, for to keep on saying it's gonna get bad. All this stuff that we've been talking about and we preach about is about to come to a head.
You can grab stuff and take it to your car, crash it, come and go home. You got people following you. They're gonna try to jack you while you're trying to get home. It can be like the road. You don't want to be off the streets and go into the wilderness and try to get back home.
Yep.
You're not gonna be safe. It ain't be what is that? You're gonna like an Amos. You're gonna go and a bear gonna meet you. You're gonna put your hand up here and a snake bite you. That's going into the time Jacob's trouble when it's gonna be so bad. No matter where you go and do, you got to be circumspect, constantly moving around and like you're in stealth mode. I gotta keep moving around. I got some food now. I can't just walk out the door calmly. I gotta go and cut around here, put it in my pocket. Somebody see me with it. They finna try to jack it. It's gonna be real bad out here.
Women are real, they gonna be special treatment to women. I don't think they understand the level of hatred that men have modern, so-called modern men.
Right.
Men have a disdain women, bro. Like pure hatred.
If my
Now imagine all men getting together out of based on the hatred they have for women in that time. What you think gonna happen to these hoes? It's gonna be a
Hey, Mike,
you gonna see you gonna be getting ripped apart, bro.
hey, especially who with the prison behind the women.
You
Them niggas gonna get out, they gonna get out with that chip and go back and finish that same motherfucking argument they had. They got them in that motherfucking bunch of time. They gonna be no 911. They gonna finish the job. They gonna go back and finish that motherfucking job. Nigga been for 15 years, 16 years. Day one, he out on her ass, boy. This shit gonna be crazy, bro. She gonna be beat her. They gonna finish that shit 16 years ago, bitch. They gonna delete that nigga she with.
It's a bunch of Jezebels out here. You see what happened to her? You got what?
Dogs tore ass up.
Dogs her ass up. And I think she went out the window or got thrown out the window too.
Yeah, I know somebody.
There's a lot of Jezebels. Look what happened to her.
I'm talking about G-rate, flipped, right? Cats out here that ain't had sex in years, just mad at women, dog. What you think gonna happen?
Oh, yeah. Ravishing gonna be at an all-time high.
Yeah. Let's get serious.
Yep.
Hey, we mess around and be in the streets and see that.
Yeah. Behind the car. Like shit. Oh, yeah. Hey, the Bible says, "Meddle not in another man's affairs." Yeah. They going in hell.
Lamentations 5 and 11. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah.
Oh, they ravish our women, bro. It's serious, bro. It's talking about the Babylonians in the heart of my women. So when they finally burst in there, because it was basically a wall they were trying to bust down. So when the Babylonians finally got in, what did they do to our women, bro? Go ahead.
In the NLT, Lamentations 5 and 11. Our enemies raped the women in Jerusalem and the young girls in all the towns of Judah.
Got their ass right. Imagine that happened to your wife and your baby girl, and you end up somewhere locked. You locked up. While this nigga like, I'm about to have bump jokes now. Right? You gotta watch. You gotta watch. That's my worst fear, dog.
Man.
Worst fear is kill me.
Yeah, that's what it had to be.
You think you're gonna turn to Rambo at that time? Shit, how you gonna be Rambo? They got more guns. Or it's a sneak attack. You didn't realize they was coming. That's why you gotta pray for a cover, bro. Those that don't have the cover of your house, it's gonna get bad out here, bro. That's why it's good that we're going through what we're going through now. So when that time comes, man, we had that cover.
It's real.
Zechariah 14 and 2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. And remember, Jerusalem will be the place. And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished.
Right. Women will be ravished, though. No. I'm to be set. It's being set. People are affecting that hatred towards a lot of these guys that are podcasters, that are content creators. They don't even realize that they're sowing in man to hate. You know what I'm saying? They're sowing in these to hate women. So when that time hit, those podcasts they've been listening to, things of that nature, they're gonna be playing that shit out. They're gonna be playing that shit out. And there ain't gonna be a game, bro. Not gonna be no game.
It's Zephaniah chapter 1, and then the title of this chapter, it says the Most High severe judgment against Judah.
See?
This is verse 13 in chapter 1. Well, verse 12. And it came to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are set on their leads. So the Lord is saying he's gonna search his house, man. The Judah influence, man, he's gonna search you with candles. And as we always go into this, we say, what? You going into a dark house with a one lit candle, and you're doing a search, you're doing a diligent search around your whole house, man. You know, because that's a small flame, you know, put it in a big house. Okay, so the Lord is searching out wicked and a righteous of his people, man. All right, they're righteous. That 1/3 is gonna fall on that right, and 2/3 gonna fall on the left. Brothers brought out earlier what you put down in Chicago. Okay, that little exercise that ain't just no simulation, man. That he's gonna put that shit in a full action real soon. You know, and that's what the servant has been pretty much circling around. All right, Esau's gonna get down on you Israelites, man. You know, continuation. The Lord, I'm gonna read it again. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles that punish the men that are settled on their leads, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh shall not do good, neither will he do evil. So that's a crazy mindset to have as a man on this tribe here on the earth, man. Okay? To say that the Most High sons, hey, the Lord ain't gonna do shit. All right, I'm gonna continue to run up this bag. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to do me. Yep, God knows I'm gonna continue to run up this bag, chase these hoes, man, clothes, get this new car, this new house, man. All right, that's in Jake's mind to continue their life here in Babylon the Great. Guess what? The Lord's men, the Lord's prophets are here to tell you that shit ain't gonna last, man. Okay, Lord is gonna completely spawn you your whole fucking life. Nope.
Christian, like I said, I wait for the rapture. It didn't come last. What was that, last week? We got it
Postponed.
Yeah, it was postponed. Jacob Trouble is going to be wrapping up. It's like they brother mentioned about Chicago. When are you going to get wrapped it up? The times are like perilous times are. It's here. It just when it just happened into your front yard on your street. That's when, like I say, things will get bad. These things, hey, times are getting tough. Well, as it says in Ephesians 5:15, you know, be circumspect, all right? Be not as fool, but as wise, because what the days are evil. These are bad times that evil goes into, all right? These are bad times that we're seeing, and it's bad now. It's just only going to get worse. As I say, it's only just begun.
In Amos, the 9th chapter, it says, I believe verse 10, that all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, that say that the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's written, bro. The Lord said his word is not going to come back to him void, but it's going to accomplish the thing whereto he sent it. These things were spoken, man. You know what I'm saying? So all our people out here that thinks that nothing's going to happen to me, you know, like the contact boss said, Lord knows my heart. Bro, y'all, hey, trick bag, man. You know, Lord got you in a trick bag, man. Bad things are coming, and it's going to touch you. You know your ass. Exactly. It's verse 13, in Zephaniah, the 1st chapter. Therefore, their goods shall become a booty.
Wow.
Treasure. Right? Goods that you have to be treasure for somebody else. People gonna be invading one another. Talking about that second Exodus 15 chapter. For lack of bread. So the good that an evil person has, the goods that evil person has, that's gonna be a treasure for somebody, right? Who was sanctioned by the Most High to do evil unto them as judgment.
In their houses and desolation, they shall also build houses, but not inhabit them.
Right. All these destruction that you see going on, down here in Dallas and other places, it's gonna go to die. A lot of these various places that being built, reconstructed. As it gets worse out here, you can see a lot of construction sites that just being abandoned out here.
I'm gonna jump down to verse 17. Y'all got it. Verse 17. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk.
Real quick, that word distress. When you get in the couch street,
Yeah.
you know, it's very tight street, couch street.
put them in the medicine. So it's going to be a very, very tight, straight situation that Jacob. Remember, you're talking about Israel.
Well, I'm gonna jump up to 14 and 17. That's okay. The great, verse 14. The great day of the Lord, it is dear, and it hasteneth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Right, so even mighty man gonna cry bitterly. Right? You got people that's modern gladiators, man, they gonna be in distress. Football players, MMA fighters, boxers. You know what I'm saying? All these guys in mixed martial arts and stuff like that, or just martial arts period. When all these things go on, man, these people be in distress. Right? You can knock your ass out, but when all this stuff goes on, he's gonna be crying, man. Think about somebody like Gervonta Davis, man. All hell break loose. How he be? Nope.
Verse Robbins would ask.
Verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, in the stress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess.
Right. So a day of wrath. You're gonna be very malicious, right? And that spirit, you already feel it, bro. The average person lacks empathy for another person. If somebody fall right now, usually a person is gonna pull out that phone and record that person fall. Right? Somebody could be suffocate, choking or something. Instead of them trying to help the person, they're pulling the food dance, dying.
Yeah. Love of many wax cold.
But many go west coast, especially as people start losing things.
Verse 17. And I will bring distress upon men that they walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh is dung. So, like the brothers going into earlier, about Jacob's trouble, going further into it. It's gonna be all this judgment that we've been bringing out through sermon. It's gonna be in everybody's face, man. Okay? But how about not being on the streets? You know, they take you, they chase you home, things of that nature. They take individuals jumping skyscrapers, man. All right, robbing and killing each other for sustenance, man. That's gonna be a day situation for a lot of people, man. You know, that's been in the Lord. We gonna see it, but we gonna have the faith that you have us now trying to get through it, man. You know?
It says the angel of the Lord is came round about their fear and fear. See, you want that divine protection all around, man. Once again, if you don't got the protection of your high boss outside around you that day, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. The day of the Lord shall be as you keep in mind as a bear meets you to get away from the bear and the snake bite and break, but that means that there's not going to be no escape. You think you're going to escape the situation, the Lord will put your ass in another situation. Then you'll have it whereas you may so-called get out that situation and throw your ass into another situation. That'll be it. That's it. It's like a game. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna have him go to this house. I'm gonna have bust the door down. Actually, they gonna go through the wall. They're in the apartment. Somebody gonna go through the wall. Then he gonna shoot this person. Get out, get into his car. He ain't gonna be able to start it. Then he gonna run to the store, grab a can of beans. He gonna get through that. Go on his way back, try to get out. I'm gonna have it. Remember, the Lord is creative. Yahweh Shema Shai, he gonna show you how creative he is with his justice. He's the creator of justice. So, man, you can just imagine how the way people need to get God to be crazy.
If I can add too, you know, that protection, you know, is within the name. Of course, it's knowledge, but within this knowledge, it's names, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the right names, you know what I'm saying, you don't think the names are important, then hey, bro, you through. Proverbs 18:10. You know, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run it into it, and it's safe, man. You know, so you have to have those names. They're key, man. That's what you're gonna have to call on in those times of trouble when something's in your face. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna encounter things too, man. And he shall be saved out of it, like the brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know, so those names, man, they're key. They're important, bro.
That's sell-off. Over here trying to tell you name don't matter.
Right.
Sell-off, man. But at the end of the day,
Psalm 68:20 says, He that is our God is the God of salvation. And unto Yahweh Shem shall belong the issues from death. Back in your point of both, he said the Lord is going to be the one that brings, all right, the judgment that people not going to be able to escape from. But he's also going to bring deliverance, protection of for his elect. Like I said, he's the God, and unto the God, the Lord, belonging the issues from death. See, he going to that word issues. Like I said, like going out or like the way to escape. See, so the Lord is going to guide his man, like it says in 2 Corinthians 16. All right, be the God of them that you know what I'm saying. Be not afraid, either doubt that the Most High is your God. Right. So I'm not even the Lord is going to give his angels direction to come protect you, man. Guide them through the Spirit all the way up to salvation, man.
Right. I got one. Colossians 1:22 in the NLT. Yet now he has reconciled you to himself through the death of a Mashiach in his physical body. So those who believe on the resurrection, the Lord reconciled them back. So those spirits on the planet Earth will be protected because you have to believe in their resurrection, man. Right. That's why it says, yet now he has reconciled you, because 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans not returning back. I mean, the Lord not showing mercy upon you, but he's showing mercy by allowing this to go out. But if you're not receiving it, he's not showing you any mercy, man.
So therefore, you're gonna reject this knowledge, and the Lord gonna reject you, man.
Yeah. Yet now he has reconciled you to himself through the death of a Mashiach in his physical body. See, as a result, he has brought you into his own presence. By you believing on the resurrection, now we stand in the presence of the Lord because we have this wisdom and knowledge and understanding. This the presence of it right here. So you're not standing in that presence or called to that house. What's that? Psalm 65:4. Blessed are those that come to the house of the Lord. If you're not in that house, you ain't gonna be protected, man. As a result, he has brought you into his own presence, and you are holy and blameless as you stand before him without a single fault. So in that day, those spirits that's gonna remain firmly and not be movable, that's what the Lord's gonna protect in that day, because they believe on the all right, that's cool. They believe on the gospel, which is the good news. Those who stand firmly, the Lord will protect them, man. If they believe on the resurrection, that's very important. That's why I'm always going to that. You have to believe. If you believe that, then Lord willing, you the elect, you covered. So when shit go down, you ain't gonna be blameless, man. You're gonna be standing without a fault because your faith in hearing the good news was gonna keep you protected.
Psalm 37:18 in the GNT. It says, Psalm 37 and 18 in the GNT. The Lord takes care of those who obey him, but the land will be theirs forever. They will not suffer when times are bad, and they will have enough. They will have enough in a time of famine. But the wicked will die. The enemies of Yahweh Shem Shah would vanish like the wild flowers. They would disappear like smoke. There you have it. The Lord said that, and you know what I'm saying? Those who obey him are going to be protected in the time to come. We're going to have enough. That's exactly what we need. We need what we, you know what I'm saying? Jake, that's when sin come in. Is when you want, I want that want, but not looking at you got enough, man. You got what you need, man. The Lord is going to allow, he's going to supply the elect with exactly what they need in the times that we're coming into. See?
it says that the beginning of sin is much farther away from his faith. Your mind departs from your house by outside, and you got it. That you don't need the Lord, that you can do it on your own. That's the beginning of transgression, because it becomes with that. It's pride, senseless, willful sin. You know?
Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. There shall be a time of trouble, such as never since there was a nation, even unto the same. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. That's the time, like you say, the time that we're in. You know, the times they're only going to. That time of trouble, you're not going to be hearing those sirens going on. You know, it's going to be a lawless society. You know, and like it says, that when it's going to get so bad, where Michael has to stand up. All right, be inside for the people. All right, and it's thy people. The Lord saying now it's going to be the elect, the ones that he that signed the crown, the abomination thereof. It's not for all of Israel right now. All right, it is that they're going to be delivered. All right, found in what? The book of life. All right, and like, if you keep going here, it says, verse 2, and many of them that slept in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. You know, so the elect is going to receive that deliverance. You read Wisdom of Solomon 5, that goes also going into that stranging of their salvation. The ones that are going to wake up on this side, they setting up for everlasting life. And the ones that are going to wake up, like I say, coming out the loins of the elect, because I'm talking about the 2/3 of Israel, they're going to be like, damn. You know, they're still going to be, like you say, in the high stature, but the men that, or the elect, the ones that are receiving this understanding now, all right, they're basically not going to bow the knee to Baal, all right? They're going to be raised at a different standard until what? Going into the kingdom of heaven. But it starts here when it's, things start getting bad. What manner of man will you be when these things come?
Matthew 24, start of verse 19. Woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. That's talking about initially 66 70 AD. But it's also going to be happening even here too. You're going to have pregnant women who are slated to be that ain't slated to be chosen. They're going to be pregnant. You know, they might have, and they're going to be destroyed. You know, remember, the scripture talks about how women, you know, saw that they killed become defenders. You know, it says, but pray ye that your fight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation. Right? So it says, for then, right? It says, but pray ye that your fight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, colon. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So it's going to be a time of trouble that the world has never experienced before, that Yahushua said was going to happen.
Right.
A time of trouble that it says the sister, man, I'm read that again. But then shall there be great tribulation. Such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Like I say, when you look at that, go back and think about in history all the bad times you've seen. The time of the Black Plague, all right, the Spanish flu, all right, those wars. It's nothing compared to what's coming. 70 AD.
Remember, it's the prophecy of the future as well as what was getting ready to happen to Jerusalem of the Romans. You know, so he's talking about also like Jerusalem about to get sacked.
Yeah.
Actually,
Who was basically when the Babylonians came in on Jerusalem, who was actually cheering them on? Esau. Same man that got the same perpetual hatred towards you, Black, Latino, and Native American. All right, well, you're Israelites. Same ones that's saying raise to the foundation thereof. Those are going to be the same ones that's going to be like destroy them. They're saying that right now. But like I say, now they got the power in their hand to actually do so, and he got a plan to try to put you to death or put you in subjection by what? By way of what? The prerogative, the seal. This man is actually looking to put you into perpetual slavery, saying, I got my patent on them, so you're not yours. They're not the most high of your Yahushua now. They're mine. If not, you're going to be put in the jail.
verse 22.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So even in that time of great tribulation, the Lord's not going to shorten the time, man. It's going to be so bad out here, man. It's going to be so bad that it's going to look like salvation is not. Salvation is going to look non-existent. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Salvation is going to look like a foreign thing. Somebody to be saved out of that situation, like wow. That's why the scripture said that the righteous shall scarcely be saved. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be that bad out here, man. And we can't even really truly fathom how bad it's going to be. We can just kind of see it in our mind and read about it, but when it actually hits, it's going to be far beyond what anybody has. It's going to be far beyond the expectation anybody can expect.
Right.
You know? Remember, Leviathan, you know?
Right.
It's going to be many Leviathans showing up, popping up off the coast and on the land and doing, bring destruction. The created creatures, man, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be,
Bro, that word blink means of a situation or future prospect, not hopeful or encouraging, unlikely to have a favorable outcome.
any outcome that you think is gonna it's gonna look unfavorable for everybody. That's why, man. That's why the righteous man, when they get delivered, they're gonna be crying. They're gonna be, like, wow, you're
Fight to keep your faith. Really fight to keep your faith. That's a horrible feeling to battle insanity.
That reminds me of second Ezra 5. Shall faith be found on earth? Because the tokens, it's gonna be so bad out here. Like a lot of these people gonna actually lose their faith, man. You're seeing that now, like with that on a small, minute level, with that whole rapture crap, and you start seeing videos right after that. These people are totally disappointed in that, man. I saw this one chick. She's thinking of going to the Muslim and checking that out now. You know what I'm saying? So they losing faith already just on that, based on that bullshit. But with the time that's coming, the things that the Lord is going to release into the earth and allow to happen. Hey, bro, these people going to lose faith, which reminds me of the Daniel 12 that the brother's bringing out. And I want to make a point on that. It says that at that time shall Michael stand, the great prince. If you got, go ahead and read it.
Daniel 12:1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
The Israelites, go ahead.
And there shall be a time of trouble.
So at that time that Michael is going to stand. Michael is the angel of war. The Lord is getting ready to wage war on these wicked ass people in this place, man. So Michael is going to stand. That's going to start setting everything off, man. You know what I'm saying? And read it again now.
It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Mm-hmm.
And there shall be a time of trouble.
So that time of trouble, when he stands, it's going to set everything off. That's going to bring the time of Jacob's trouble, man. But the prince of thy people, which are the Israelites, but beginning starting with the elect. Go ahead.
It says, such as never was since.
You ain't seen it. You never seen it. It's never happened. It's been some terrible times on the planet Earth, man. Chattel slavery, great depression, it's a bad time. Maybe play to what's going to come, though. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to show he's going to show out, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the last time. We've never seen it. We're going to see it once. After that, the implementation of the kingdom of heaven. So the Lord is going to go all out. It's going to be a very special, extraordinary, whatever, words you want to, there's really no words you can put on it to give it its justice, biblical proportion. These are times to come in. Go ahead.
It says, such as never was since there was a nation, even that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Everyone that shall be found written in the book.
So then, he shall be saved out of it. You know what I'm saying? So Michael is going to set these things off. He's the angel of war. That time of trouble is going to come. And then, boom. They're going to get saved out of the madness, man.
Yeah, because I just add on to that point, because what's going to cause Michael to stand up is that this Yahweh Shai receives from the Most High.
That's it.
It's going to cause Michael to stand up, because that's Yahweh Shai gets the green light to deliver Jacob. That's when Michael's gonna stand up and it's gonna be so bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That he's gonna come with Yahweh. But it's already gonna be a time of trouble on the planet Earth.
Right.
That's gonna cause the Lord to bring forth the deliverance as well as bring forth destruction too.
Right.
Yeah, those four winds, when they let loose, you know, when those seals are open in that time, those four winds, that's basically those winds of chaos, destruction. All right? And that's when, like I say, and it's gonna come forth to this time here.
So with that, give you praise for that fine camp. As always, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Shem, Shai, Shem, Kakadash.
the honestly, the apostle, the storm, the touch. Let's make them get this election.
Shalom.